This week in the Charlotte Today Kitchen, we'll share meals that require only one pot or pan. These recipes are perfect for those busy weeknights.
Welcome Lisa Leake to kick things off for us. She is the author of 100 Days of Real Food, Fast and Fabulous. Today she is sharing a recipe for one-pot fish and potato chowder. Hello, how you doing?
Good morning.
Indeed.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to share this recipe. My family is loving this dish right now, especially in this cold weather we're having.
Yes.
It's perfect for that. All right, and it uses one pot. We like that too.
Yes, exactly. So what I already did was I just fried up some bacon in the same pot that I'm making the chowder in, and then I have some whitefish here. I use haddock, but you can use any kind of mild whitefish. I just fried that up in the bacon grease in the same dish, and then I'm just setting that aside. Now what I have is half of an onion and 4 pieces of celery that I'm going to fry up in here, and you want to just do this till it gets softened a little. Let me turn up the heat. And so after you soften these vegetables, basically I'm just going to throw in some garlic. I can go ahead and do that a minute early. And some spices. I have salt, pepper, and thyme. And you could use fresh or dried thyme depending on what you have. And what I'm going to use today is actually homemade chicken stock. Do you ever make your own chicken stock?
I have, not typically, no I don't.
No, okay, well it is so much cheaper and tastes so much better, I think, than store-bought. So it looks a little funky, but basically what you do is you cook a whole chicken, and I like to do that in my crock pot. Then I just leave all the bones in there, and you can use veggie scraps and things that you might throw away anyway. Fill it up with water, and I do it while I'm sleeping. I just turn the slow cooker on low. Cook it all night. I just put in some extra veggies and herbs, and then it's important to use freezer-safe jars. So see how these jars go straight up and down? They don't have shoulders or anything. So I am going to throw in this broth.
So then you've got this in your freezer, so when you need chicken broth, you've got it.
And the important thing is when you're freezing is to label things. So I am just going to put in 4 cups of broth, and then I have the potatoes. And since this is the magic of TV, I went ahead and boiled the potatoes, but what you would do is bring this to a boil and let it cook for about 15 minutes. It doesn't take too long to make sure those potatoes are nice and soft. And then my next little trick that I like to use is a hand immersion blender. Do you have one of these?
No.
No?
Demerits for me all over the place.
No. I'm excited to teach you something new. So this is like the best, budget kitchen tool. It's only $30. And if you are going to be making food from scratch and making soups a lot, I used to cook soup, then transfer it to a blender to puree it, and it just made a huge mess. Not to mention, it got more dishes dirty. So what I like to do with this soup, because my husband, we're having a little battle. He likes this soup very chunky, but I like to puree it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna only take out half of the potatoes and set them aside. And then that way I can stick my hand immersion blender in there.
Oh, okay.
And puree it, and then still have some of these chunks.
Kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
here, huh?
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I know. I try to turn up the heat a little, but I'm actually going to stick the cooked bacon in, just because I mean, you could totally have the chunky bacon in there, but I kind of like it stirred up. So this is so easy. You literally just stick it in there, turn it on. I don't want to splatter you. And it gets nice and puree. So then once you're done pureeing it, you're basically going to just add back in the fish, put in a half a cup of cream, and then here you have the finished fish and potato chowder. Do you guys want to try it?
We will try it.
I feel like this is one of those meals that's very easy, but it kind of has a restaurant quality to it. The finished dish does.
It smells incredible and looks great. As we taste this, why don't you let everybody know about your appearance on The Doctors tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow I'm going to be on The Doctors. I flew out to LA a couple weeks ago. It was a whirlwind trip. I was literally there for just one night, and we did a little segment to basically kid test a few of the recipes from my new cookbook, and luckily they all gave it a thumbs up. I was a little nervous. It was not staged at all.
Yeah, because kids will tell you the truth.
I know, and it was their honest opinion. So anyway, it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to finally see it tomorrow.
Right. You're kind of a regular over there.
Oh, gosh.
They have you on that show quite a bit.
Well,
it's great.
I'm happy to go whenever they ask.
You need to follow her blog and get her cookbooks. 100daysofrealfood.com. 100daysofrealfood.com. You can get Lisa's newsletter, and it'll be be emailed to your inbox, and all kinds of great recipes, all the great tips that she just showed you here. She'll send them to you via email and get a copy of her cookbook. It's fantastic.
Well, thanks. Did you guys enjoy the chowder?
I enjoyed that.
It's delicious.
Serve it with some garlic toast and a salad, and dinner is done.
Love it. Lisa, thank you so
you,
much.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Great to see you.